Progress. Perfect. Thank you so much. So my name is Tammy Rowe. I'm sure many of you remember me, or I've met you in person finally at the open enrollment meeting. So welcome, welcome. Today we're going to be going over your chiropractic and acupuncture benefits. And then joining me today is Jillian Golf. She is the Anthem account manager that's assigned to lasers. So welcome, Jill. So on our agenda today, I'm going to be discussing the benefits, how to protect your back, when you're visiting the chiropractor, like what to expect, and then go over those usual Anthem member resources, and they'll open it up for questions. And once again, when we open it up for questions, we really ask that you keep your personal health information to yourself. We don't want to share that with anybody. HIPAA prohibits that. So thank you so much for joining. And then on another caveat, I know that I've been a little bit on the slower end of sending the goodies if you've won in the past. So I do apologize for that. Coming out of open enrollment, I will be able to get all that done next week. So thank you in advance for your patience. So let's talk about your chiropractic benefits, because you essentially have two sets of benefits. You have a Medicare covered chiropractic benefit, and then Anthem offers additional chiropractic benefits. So when you talk about your Medicare covered chiropractic services, there is not a limit on how many you can get, but your doctor will have to continue to show that it is medically necessary. And that covers manual manipulation of the spine to correct subluxation. So basically, when you go in and they're going to manually correct your back. Now, oftentimes, you'll need other kind of testing or x-rays and things like that. So you do have additional chiropractic services above the Medicare covered. And then this is to treat disease, illness, or injury. This can be a diagnostic service, adjustments, the x-rays. They might even ask for lab work to be done. And then there's medically necessary therapy when provided in conjunction with the visit. So for an adjustment. This benefit is limited to 30 visits per year combined in and out of network. So you don't have to use an in-network provider. We always ask you to. Anthem has better control. When you choose an in-network provider, we can be able to, we have the authority and the ability to chat with them about balance billing or any discrepancies with that. So you also have an acupuncture benefit. Medicare does cover acupuncture up to 12 visits in 90 days. There's an additional 8 sessions that can be covered for those that are demonstrating an improvement. But Medicare does limit their acupuncture benefit to 20 treatments administered annually. And so this is for beneficiaries that have a issue lasting 12 weeks or longer. There's no identifiable cause, so it's not that inflammation or disease. It's not associated with surgery, and it's not associated with pregnancy. I know probably many of you are laughing at that last one, but don't forget that Medicare is also for those that are disabled and could be under 65 that have been disabled for more than 2 years. So that is a $0 copay in and out of network. Beyond the Medicare covered acupuncture, Anthem offers additional acupuncture services. So this is those services not covered by Medicare. It has to be rendered by a licensed acupuncturist to treat a disease, illness, or injury. So that includes your exam, the treatment, re-examinations, and any other service in various combinations. So the Medicare non-covered acupuncture services, meaning those additional services, are limited to 30 visits per year in and out of network. So I also wanted to just kind of educate on how to protect your back. There's several ways to keep your back strong and to lower your chances of injury. So working out. If you have joined these seminars in the past, these webinars, we've had Silver Sneakers join us. That is a key with this back because they also have on-demand classes, and I'll go over that later on. But even just doing low impact exercises that don't strain your back. So just taking a brisk walk. Yoga is really good because it stretches your back and your muscles. And swimming is really good for you because that water relieves that pressure. And then this will help increase your strength and your endurance and keep your back muscles strong. Of course, we all know that eating a healthy diet is very important. So calcium and vitamin D rich foods really help strengthen your spine as well. So a healthy diet will help keep that back to the best of its ability. Practice healthy back habits. So, good posture reduces the stress on your back muscles. If you notice, I'm sitting up and my back is slightly curved. And so, when I do lift any heavy boxes, especially because it's the holiday season, so as you either receive gifts or you order them and they get shipped to you and you have to bring them inside the house, avoid lifting those heavy objects. If you have somebody who can help you, that's best. But if you have to, please let your leg muscles do the work and you bend at your knees. And then for those of you that smoke, obviously quit smoking. That, believe it or not, they're nearly 3 times as likely to suffer back pain if you smoke. And so that's because smoking prevents blood from flowing normally to your bones and tissues. So smoking also helps, makes it harder for your body to heal. So those are some quick little tips that you can use to help strengthen your back muscles and to keep that in shape. If you have back pain and need help finding a doctor, we encourage you to use the Find Care feature in the Sydney Health app or on website at anthem.com. So here's a little fun. I'm just going to go over what do you expect when you go to a chiropractor. So like at a doctor's appointment, you're going to be asked to fill out paperwork. They want to know where your pain is or where you want to concentrate on the areas. Sometimes they'll ask you about previous injuries or anything like that. When and how did the pain start? Where is it located? And does it come and go or is it continual? So these are some key questions that they're going to be asking you to help kind of formulate what they need to do. I know when I went, I have various different issues, and a lot of it because I'm driving. So I had them focus on hips versus, and then sometimes if I had strained my neck, they'll focus on the neck area. So each time was different, and they have you circle the spot where you need to concentrate on. So during the examination, they're going to do a thorough evaluation, and they can determine the extent of your injury or whatever is bothering you. They can kind of talk to you about your general health during that examination, and then they can also check the condition of your spine. And so a lot of times this is done through x-rays as well, especially if you are sometimes they'll just want to do them to get a baseline of what your spine looks like and where, especially to determine where they can adjust or what they need to do for their treatment plan. So for the treatment, and they will begin the treatment plan during the initial appointment. So that's when they really determine, after talking to you about your history and talking to you about where your pain lies and then doing the examination. Now they're going to be able to either adjust. So sometimes that's through therapeutic manipulation. So if you've ever been to the chiropractor, sometimes it's cracking your back. I know one time it was they had me laying on a bed and they dropped this centerpiece to kind of realign my back. That was the best one because it didn't hurt. I'm definitely afraid of getting my neck adjusted. So, but they can determine what part of your body needs the adjustment and what velocity, direction, and leverage to do that. They also may do some strengthening exercises and techniques to, excuse me, improve that soft tissue healing and pain control. So I know oftentimes, like if I was just really sore, they would have to really kind of get in there and massage it and loosen up that muscle to be able to work it, to be able to do those strengthening exercises. So everybody's different, and depending on where your pain lies and to what extent, and also what has happened, if it's due to injury or just due to driving or anything like that. So at the conclusion, they're also going to want to discuss some short and long-term goals. I know my chiropractor told me that because I'm always at a computer, that I need to like take breaks and to set my alarm. So we made some short-term goals, that generally means I just needed to stop and stretch my neck. I needed to go to the left or the right, or I needed to extend my arms and stand up. Sometimes we get so involved in what we're doing that we forget to do that. And so there's also long-term goals that they'll most likely discuss with you as well. And this is really restoring your functional independence and getting you back to enjoying pain-free life. I'm so grateful for my chiropractor because I'm able to walk without pain again. And then once those goals have been established, your chiropractor, they may want to like continue to treat you to keep you on that path, or maybe you just go to more of a, hey, I have this many appointments, so let's space them out throughout the rest of the year. So we're going to go back in, and I'm just going to gloss over those because I know a lot of you attend these. And so you're probably used to sick of me talking about Sydney Health app, but the Anthem.com and Sydney Health app, I just encourage you to register or download both of those. I really like it because you can find care at the drop of a hat. So wherever you are located with Sydney Health, you can find care based on your location. Where Anthem.com, you can actually put in an address or a zip code, and it will show you around that area. And then I like it because you can check your claims. You can actually see how much the doctor charged versus what Anthem paid, and then yours should usually always be zero. My family health record, once again, that's just giving you that holistic view. So if you do see an in-network chiropractor, actually out in or out of network, it'll go through because they're going to send us the claim, and then you'll be able to see anything, your review, your medical history through that. And it's a one-stop shop, so it's really nice. No matter what doctor, it'll go through there. And then my health advantage, once again, we might be sending you those little tips and notes saying, hey, you don't forget to get your flu shot, or, you've missed your preventative screening. It's not too late. We definitely want you to get those. And then special offers. I'm always a big fan of this one because if you go on Anthem.com under care, it says discounts. And the one I talk about all the time is Puritan Pride vitamins. And so those are the buy one, get two free for certain vitamins. So I always encourage you to go check that out because it's a pretty good deal. And then I just got LASIK a couple of weeks ago. So I used that Anthem discount, believe it or not, to get the LASIK surgery on my eyes. So they have all these other ones. So you can get, you already get the tracker, but if you're not qualified for hearing aids, you can also get amplifiers that are available as well. And then this is the list of retiree resources. So that's your member services line and your pharmacy line. They are different. Pharmacy is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And then the Lacers microsite we have is anthem.com/ca/Lacers Wellness. The Lacers benefit information, Live Health Online, and Hearing Care Solutions. So that's the conclusion of what I have for chiropractor. It's not a lot, but I know there's might be some questions about what's covered. And of course, by all means, if you ever have questions about what is actually the difference between Medicare covered or additional chiropractic services, you can always talk to your chiropractor. They can call us if they have questions, but the number on the back of your card is the best way to go. So at this point, I'm going to open it up to questions. And once again, if you can just try to keep your personal health history private, that would be great.
Okay, go ahead. I see your hand. Unmute yourself. Ms. Marashi, unmute yourself.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much for your presentation. It was very good. I sit at the computer for different webinars a lot. And the only reason I go to chiropractor is because even though I get up, it's just a muscle spasm. So thank you very much for all the feedback. I just had 2 questions, and I'm sorry, it's not about the chiropractor, it's about the Anthem and the vitamins you mentioned. There is also a mail-in order.
That's correct.
Medication, and I believe it includes vitamins too, right?
You are correct.
Order. So should we refer to what you mentioned, special offers at Anthem, or mail-in order for vitamins?
You can go either way. So if you look and there is a formulary on the anthem.com/CA/Lacers Wellness, or you can call member services to find out how much the copay is for a certain vitamin that you may be taking if it's on the formulary. So anything like, oh, it's allergy season or it's flu season, I need to see if there's Theraflu is covered, and then you can always check to see the price. I always encourage Puritan's Pride only because sometimes if it's not on our extra covered drug formulary, or if it ends up being less expensive, you can use Puritan's Pride.
Yeah, but one thing is, basically seniors try calcium and magnesium. It has to be taken with magnesium, with D3. Are these vitamins actually something we pay out of the pocket, or is that sort of included or so?
Yeah, so those would be under your extra covered drug list. And so if you have any questions specifically to that, like if you need to take calcium with magnesium with the D3, then I do suggest that you call member services and let them look that up for you, because they'll have access to that formulary and can say, okay, so it's a tier 1, it's going to cost this amount. Excuse me. And then by doing mail order and all of that way you don't have to go to the store. And then don't forget, in 2024, so you only have 1 month and 1 day to wait, you're going to have that over the counter. And so over the counter
in half a mile, turn right to I-40 East.
Sorry about that. You're going to have, you have a MasterCard. You should have a MasterCard if you're a current member of Anthem Medicare Preferred PPO right now. It's $200 for your assistive devices. But starting January 1st, we're going to load that card for $30 every quarter. So you'll have January, February, March to use $30. So on that sense too, and you can use it. You can go to the store, you can use it on Puritan's Pride, and it's $30 a quarter to go towards your, let's say, Robitussin, Theraflu, anything that's over the counter.
Right, thank you. Just one last question. I appreciate if you can put that place for Puritan, the link on the chat, so we can follow that for Puritan. If you can.
This one's a little bit difficult because you have to be a member of Anthem.
I am. I'm a member PPO.
Okay, perfect. So you log in, and then sorry, I should have done, it's anthem.com, and then you log in, and then it's under care, and then it's under discounts.
Okay. And I'm sorry, one last thing for Anthem. Is there any major change? I have been with Anthem PPO since 2020. I retired, and it's great. I really like. Is there any major change that we need to know about? And I have my book here. I just want to see where I have to refer to that. Is there any major change 23 to 24?
Nope. So the only change if you're going to be staying with the Anthem Medicare Preferred PPO with Senior RX, if you're in that plan now and you don't want to change out of it, or you didn't change out of it for open enrollment, then nothing happens except for you get that extra $30 on your Nation's benefit. It's a MasterCard. And so
Okay.
you'll get that $30 loaded, and that's for over the counter. And then you also have 8 compression stockings this year. 2024. So if you would like compression stockings, you are allowed up to 8 for 2024.
Thank you very much, Tammy. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Go ahead, Linda.
Right, yeah, I had a question when you were saying that you have to have a doctor before you go to acupuncture to say that it's necessary. Are you talking about the acupuncture doctor or your regular medical doctor that has to require it?
Let's see. No, so you don't have to, you can just go to an acupuncturist.
Okay, as long as
Nobody
he's
has to
got.
refer you. None of these have referrals.
Okay.
Yeah, and so the coverage just means it has to be covered by a rendered licensed acupuncture.
Right. Okay. Yes. Okay. And my second question was the card that you're talking about, is that the one that you sent in, like a MasterCard thing that was for wheelchairs and all that kind, and I can use that at the store for like Teraflu and vitamins?
So what it is so let's
because I haven't used it.
Okay, so you don't get the 200. So the $200 is for your assistive devices. So that money is specifically, let's say you go to use your card and you have $50 worth of vitamins and such. It will decline because it only allows you 30. So you get $30 for vitamins and like you said, Theraflu or Robitussin. And this is one where you can shop and actually pull it off the shelf and go and pay with that MasterCard.
Okay, and it is that same card you're talking about that's for the other device. I didn't know what to use it for, so I just put it in the drawer.
Okay, and so that's one of the things too, is if you have that MasterCard and you're like, why did I have this MasterCard? I know we got a lot of people saying, what is this? And you can actually call Nation's Benefit has a website you can go on. Excuse me, and it should be on your card where you can actually go on the website and order any whatever. They have a catalog that you can order from.
Okay.
So oftentimes they have grab bars for your shower. They might have a tub seat. They might have that walker.
I looked over all of those things. Unfortunately, I don't need any of those things. But that's why I just put the card in the drawer, because I didn't realize I could use it for my vitamins or cough syrup or something like that.
Yeah.
All right.
And so
So
keep
$30.
That's $30 a quarter. So you need to use that by January, February, March. So by the end of March, and then that'll. And Jill, keep me honest here now. I'm second guessing myself. I thought it was use it or lose it for the quarter, but we'll refill it in the second quarter with 30. So it's every quarter you get $30 more.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Appreciate that.
So are you saying, Tammy, that every quarter, if it's not used, we will lose it? You didn't make that too clear.
Let me take a gander. I have to stop sharing really fast to take a look because
Sorry, Tammy, I'm looking too because I don't want to.
I know, and I had it in my head, but now I'm second guessing myself.
Same. Sorry, we're looking. It was just a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, because I don't use my card either, but I do carry my card along with medical cards.
Well, and then come January 1st, you can actually go to the, pharmacy or CVS or anything like that, even your grocery store, and say, oh, I need Claritin. Okay, especially in the springtime, right? You can go and take a look at that, and that can pay for that.
Well, I guess it would save money. I just haven't gotten to that. I just pay out of my pocket. So I haven't gotten to using the card for stuff like that.
Well, that's 2024. And so in 2024, you'll start to be able to do that. And then if you need compression stockings, you can definitely call member services and to get those.
Now with the chiropractic practitioners, I don't trust them because like you mentioned, the cracking and stuff, I don't want them cracking and messing up. So it's like, I would be a nervous wreck because I've known a few. I've seen how they crack the neck and stuff like that. And I says, never, not on mine, because that can injure the spine or whatever. Acupuncture, I've had that several times. And for some unknown reason, that does not work for me. It
Okay.
doesn't get rid of pain or anything. That's for me. I'm only speaking for myself. I cannot speak for others.
And I did see here, I do see here that it does not roll over. So I'm going to share. This will be in your evidence of coverage, which is available to you online at that website. And I'll put that into the chat. But here is your, this is, sorry, and it's probably small. So let me try to see if I can get rid of all this stuff on my computer. Here we go. So it's called an over-the-counter, and it provides $30 spending allowance for covered non-prescription over-the-counter health-related items. And so you can shop in a store participating retailers, shop online at an approved vendor, and you can call or you can order by mail.
Now, all your slides today, Tammy, are these things also called out in our booklets?
Well, the benefits are called out in the booklets, and then I added a little flair with those other ones about protecting your back, but those benefits I actually took specifically from your evidence of coverage.
And what scientific data do you have on the smoking part of the back, dealing with the back?
What's that? I'm sorry.
One of your slides called out smoking can also cause harm to the back. What do you have to back that up with?
So I actually have a flyer that just talks about protecting your back. And what that does is it doesn't say smoking causes it, but what it does say is that by quit smoking, you're going to allow your blood to flow better to your back and your bones and through your body. So
okay, but nothing medically written.
No. Those are just some added tips that we give you to say, hey, this is how you can protect your back, but it's not anything that's in writing, in your evidence of coverage, anything like that.
Okay, just want to make that clear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Tammy, so these OTC benefits, they'll roll over from quarter to quarter, but they have to be used by the end of the year, right? That's just
Correct. So unused
Okay,
allowance
cool.
amounts do not roll over to the next quarter. However, unused allowance amounts do not.
unused amounts, or they do roll over to the next
Oh,
quarter.
sorry.
but
Oh my gosh. I'm
yeah.
so sorry. Thank you.
Yeah, they do roll over to the next quarter, but they must be used by the end of the year. So just
that
wanted to make
means
sure.
you don't have to use it by, that's the good news, because then you have $120 a year, but you just have to use it by the end of the year. Jill, thank you so much for that.
All
Yes,
good, yeah.
thank you, Jill. Now, okay, so that $20 though, that would be like $220 with the card. But that's $220 for the full of the year.
Okay, so it's $30 a quarter.
Okay.
And so that's $120 a year for covered non-prescription over-the-counter drugs.
Okay.
And health-related items. So
and did Jill say it does roll over or it don't roll? I'm asking questions because I take notes.
no, of course, and it does roll over quarter to quarter. However, you have to use it by the end of 2024.
Okay.
So yeah, it'll be removed off of the card December 31st at 11:59 2024. And that is in addition to your $200 allowance for medical devices.
Okay.
And Tammy, so Russ said that he's asking, this particular benefit doesn't start until 2024?
Correct, 2024. So January 1st, your card will be loaded. And I want to say January 2nd, because I'm not sure with how banks and everything work like that, but you will receive in the first quarter that $30.
Now, one thing I like about these sessions, Tammy,
Mhm.
is that you give us a lot of information and stuff, you know, being Anthem, Blue Cross Blue Shield. Whereas with Medicare, we never got anything dealing with Medicare where they break it down to us or anything, even when they send stuff out in the mail, because everybody don't read the booklets to even know what they're covered for, or anything like that. So that's why I like these sessions here.
That you
with
can chat with
you
us.
breaking it down. Yes, where you're
Yeah.
breaking it down.
Yeah.
And I
yeah.
think since Anthem has taken over where there are primary now with the PPO,
Yeah.
that there has been many more benefits added on for us.
Yeah.
So that's I'm finding it's working out pretty
Thank
well,
you.
although I don't use them. I don't use them all, at least not yet, but I think that means a lot.
Yeah, thank you for that. I appreciate that feedback. And
Tammy,
it is, yeah.
I have a question. Okay, just on back on this $30. So so it's not the, I'm sorry to do this but it's
Okay.
not the card that they sent us for the $200 equipment or whatever assistive type devices. It's going to be a separate card.
It should be the same card because it's all through Nations Benefits.
Oh, okay. So we have that card, and does that qualify? Does it? I have my husband on this PPO as well. Does he get the $30 as well?
Separately. Yep. So if you are a married couple, you're essentially getting $240 a year, because you're each going to get that $30 a quarter.
Okay.
And you're each going to get the $200 a year for assistive devices. So
Oh, okay. And
Yeah.
then
and you each have your own card. So that's one thing. If you don't, then you can call us and we'll be able to set that up for you.
okay. And then we can go into the stores and purchase it over the counter, or we can, like you said here, you can let's see, what did you say? Do it online.
Yep. So
Okay.
you can shop in the store, in a retail, participating retailers. And I need to find out. Sorry about that. I'm going to take a look at something really fast. Because I know you're asking like how can we do it? And then it's, of course, it says covered. So so I'm going to come back to you on that while I quickly look up some information on that.
Okay.
I would like to provide you.
Okay.
With the correct information. And then I can take another question while we wait for that, and then I'll come back, and I think somebody else has their hand raised.
Somebody does, I cannot
So
pronounce her name, but it's
it's
S-H-O.
Marashi.
Yes.
It's Marashi. You can go ahead and ask your question, and then we have 2 more questions in chat as well.
Perfect.
But, okay, thank you. I'm sorry, you may have said that. I just want to clarify it. This card that we get for $200, and we can use $30 the first 3/4 of 24 on the vitamins and medication. And you mentioned 200 is for assisted equipment, right? People who need, can you say, for example, for what kind of equipment it could be used at $200 A? And B, if someone doesn't need those equipment, can they use the $200 again on calcium and vitamins? Thank you.
No. So this benefit is for $200 currently today. you have $200 benefit for assisted devices and such things as like the grab bars in your shower.
Oh, I
So,
see.
you know, sometimes there's tubs or little stools that you can put in your shower. Most likely it's most like fall prevention items around your house. There's also, let's say, like a blood pressure cuff, an oximeter, so things like that. And there is a booklet, and I'm going to put a phone number in the chat that you're welcome to call, and they can send you a catalog. And they will send you a catalog, or you can Nations Benefit. You can call us and we can help you walk you through that. But that 833-917-1705 is Nations Benefit. And so in 2023, if you're an Anthem Medicare preferred PPO member, you have that $200.
Okay,
It's
thank you
a
very
use it or lose it. So unfortunately, it can't be used for anything else, and it will go away after the 31st. You'll get another $200 now. Now, starting clean, your card's going to come up with a $200 again for assisted devices for 2024. And then the first quarter and every quarter thereafter, you get $30 loaded. That will roll over. And then, so if let's say you don't use it, any of it, then in December, you'll have 200 for the assisted devices and 120 for your over the counter.
Got it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and you can call that Nations Benefit too if they have a catalog, they're participating pharmacies or stores that you can also get these items from.
Okay, thank you very much, then.
You're welcome.
I'm also thinking, Tammy, with the card, you know, for the assisted equipment and stuff, and even with the added on money starting 2024 per quarter, that if you go over wherever you're at purchasing, that it will also let you know that you went over the dollar amount.
Correct. And then you'll be responsible for that remainder.
Okay.
And then here's a website. If you'd like to go on the website, it's mybenefits.nationsbenefits.com. And I put that in the chat. And thanks, Faith. Yes, you can register on their website, and it just makes it so much easier.
Okay.
I see that there's Charlene asked if we're getting a card mailed to us for OTC. If you are not currently a member for 2023 for the Anthem Medicare Preferred PPO, you will be receiving that card. If you do not receive it, I would give it till at least mid-January. You can call Nations, but you can actually call, Anthem. Call us and we will get that card sent to you.
And then I think Russ was asking which benefit doesn't begin until 2024.
And the benefit that doesn't begin until 2024 is over the counter. We call it the OTC benefit. And so if you go online, let me put that anthem.com/CA Lacers Wellness. Your evidence of coverage is posted. It's the 2024 evidence of coverage, and it's called OTC. That stands for over the counter. And you'll be able to take a gander at that benefit and really look and see. And then write down that phone number, the 833-917-1705.
Hey, Tammy, is it possible for you to share your screen and from lacers.org where they know how to maneuver to that?
Sure thing. Let me get back here. Okay. And so here I am. Let me just start at Google. So I'm at Google and I'm going to put in anthem.com/CA/Lacers Wellness. And it'll pop up and there you go. And I had minimized my screen earlier. So let me move my little chat box here. All right, so this is what it looks like. And then you can scroll down and it says medical plan highlights for Medicare Part A and B retirees. And it's right here, 2024 Anthem Medicare Preferred PPO with Senior RX evidence of coverage. Our formulary is also included on that and the extra covered drugs. So we have a plethora of information on this website for you that you'll be able to go take a gander. And then, of course, as always, if you have any questions, member services is a very extremely resourceful phone number. And that number is all down here. We have our contact information. And it's also on the back of your card. And then if you are not a member yet, but you enrolled in Anthem Medicare Preferred PPO for 2024, if you don't have your card by mid-December, you can call us and we can get your member number so that you're able to register online. And then you'll be able to access your card right away, your ID card.
Okay, Kim has her hand up. Go ahead, unmute yourself, Kim. She's on an iPad. Oh, there you go.
Yeah. At first, I really appreciate for all your useful information. And beside on the device, I bought some device already, and I really appreciate it.
Good.
But right now, I live alone. So, do you think any device or any system, if something happened to me, or for example, I fell down, right? Any system can help me to get 911 or something. It's just a serious problem.
Yep, we also offer that personal emergency response system. So if you're not set up with that, you can call member services and they'll help you get set up with it. It's actually a device that you don't even need a landline. So if you just, let's say you've gotten rid of your landlines and you just have a mobile, they have a mobile unit that runs off of batteries or runs off of Wi-Fi. And so yeah, so you can give member services a call, and that's the personal emergency response system, and they can get that set up for you at your house.
Okay, so may I ask a question? So I don't have to pay the monthly service?
You do not. Anthem actually covers that monthly service for you.
Okay, and then if the system, the system, right, call the 911, do I have to pay for that one, or Medicare insurance will cover that one?
So yeah, so if you were to fall or you press the button and you need help, they'll send somebody out. I'm not sure if they call you first to make sure you're okay, or if you accidentally need, they actually need assistance.
Yes.
They are going to do a whole orientation with you when you set that system up. But
Okay.
the setup and the monthly installment plan is covered by Anthem for your benefits.
Okay, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I see Zoom user. Unmute yourself. And then Marashi again. Go ahead and unmute yourself, Zoom user. Okay, there you go.
May I have your name, please, for Zoom user?
My name? Hello?
Yeah. They like to use
Please, may I have your name?
My name is Susie. I hope I'm the right person. Huh?
Thank you, Susie.
How can I help you, Susie?
Yeah, it's a real quick question. How do I go about getting the hearing aid benefit? And also, does Costco, do you go to Costco? Can you go to Costco, or?
No, you can't go to Costco for the hearing aid benefit, but that's a really good question. So thank you for bringing that up. So if you are wanting to use the hearing aid benefit, you can
definitely
call Hearing Care Solutions. We actually have a flyer on this website, and let me pull that one up. I thought we did. Here it is. Oops, that's the claim form. Never mind. That's for, and the claim form is for out of network hearing exams only. So to get the hearing aid, they must be ordered through Hearing Care Solutions. And the reason why is because they actually discount them. They don't discount them. I don't want to use that word. They're cutting out the middleman of somebody pocketing thousands of dollars. So they're kind of, it's almost as if you're ordering them and getting them. But your audiologist, if you use an in-network provider, they will actually do the routine exam. You'll discuss which hearing aids you want. There's a whole list that is out on the market today. It's Resound, it's Phonak, it's all of those popular and name brand hearing aids that are available to you. And they'll work directly with you on that. And so the nice thing is by using an in-network provider, you'll schedule it through Hearing Care Solutions. You know, there's not going to be any problems. There's not going to be any questions about coverage. And that phone number is the 855-312-2545. I'm going to go ahead and put that in the chat as well. And so I just always say, go ahead and call them and set it up through them.
Now, will they give me the referrals for, or how do I get the names of doctors that are in network?
Yep, they're going to set that up for you.
Okay. I just want to say thank you very much. I am so grateful for the city of LA and so grateful for this insurance. It is fantastic.
We love to hear
Very,
that.
very
Thank you
grateful.
so much. I'm so glad that we are able to help the city of LA retirees, because you've done so much throughout your careers that it's time that, and the city takes good care of you. So
yes,
Anthem is very proud to partner with the city to be able to do that. So thank you so much.
Thank you. And the great presentation.
Thank you. And we have another question.
Marashi.
Yes. Hi, Tammy. I'm sorry I keep on asking my question.
It's okay. I just want to make sure you understand it. So it's okay.
Yeah, you're so knowledgeable and resourceful. And I want to say, when I was working at the city 3 years ago, we had to choose a hospital at that time. And I was with Anthem. I always was with Anthem. And I chose Cedars-Sinai. But since I retired, it's very far for me to go to Cedars-Sinai. I'm closer to Torrance Memorial. So do I actually go and make a change, or being a Anthem Blue Cross PPO, senior RX, I don't need to make a change. I can just find the doctors within the other facility as long as it's within the network.
Absolutely. If you have Medicare Parts A and B and you're enrolled in the Anthem Medicare Preferred PPO, you don't need a referral. You don't need a medical group. You don't have to choose. That might have been pre-retirement or pre-65 Medicare eligibility, where if you were on an HMO, usually you and through an HMO plan, you will assign a medical group to you to service your needs. And so with the PPO plan, you can go anywhere you want. In and out of network. Of course, we prefer in network because, once again, we have greater control. Oftentimes, some doctors don't understand Medicare and they may balance bill you where that's not allowed. So yeah, you can see anyone, as long as they accept Medicare, they're participating. There are usually about 2% of the providers that do not, that have physically signed a opt-out form with Medicare. And that's usually your psychiatrists and like your dental surgeons. So a psychiatrist doesn't want to necessarily watch, the government saying, hey, you're writing too many prescriptions and such. So some of them opt out. And then, of course, in any emergency situation, you are covered regardless of their opt-out status. That is beyond your control. So that is nothing you have to worry about. You're protected by the Medicare program with that. And so I just want to make sure I make that clear to everybody. Emergency services are covered, no problem, 100%.
Right. And then, one of the things we have to do is cataracts sooner or later. And do we go to that Cindy app that you mentioned, you mentioned to find network doctors for cataracts?
Yeah, you can do that. You can call us. You can go on anthem.com. You can download the Sydney app. I like the app. I prefer it because I travel. And so for me to be able to find an urgent care center when I'm traveling is important. A pharmacy, things like that. So I prefer the Sydney Health app, but not everybody, it's kind of your cell phone's so small that, anthem.com is a great resource. If you have a desktop computer or laptop that you prefer the size,
Right.
that works as well. And so
And then, one thing, last question is, the cataracts is a very important surgery that we all have to do. And I found out with the new technology coming up, they not only do the cataract, they change the laser basically in your eye. So if we find a doctor, which is very good and it's not within the network, can we go to them? Because, it's important to get a good surgery.
100%, of course, and that your benefits allow you in and out of network. What I do caution you is with some of these, I know what you're saying, and I know there was a laser surgery with that. What I want to caution you with out of network surgeons are that if it's something experimental that Medicare won't cover, that's why we generally like to use in network. But I would suggest if you want to use an out of network provider that they go ahead and submit a prior auth just to be on the safe side that
Right.
whatever new technology they're using is covered by Medicare.
Right. Thank you.
But yeah, so definitely, yeah.
And I also wanted to say, I worked 30 years for the city, and I'm so thankful. And I appreciate what Lacers is doing for us, because it's like, thank you so much. We're in good hands in terms of our health.
You are. I even asked them if they were hiring, but I'm a little too late because I'm past the 30-year mark.
Okay.
Thank you.
Tammy, I would like to add to the laser surgery. It's always best to find out from that eye doctor how many surgeries they have performed dealing with cataracts. That's very important. And what it is, your original lens is replaced with a plastic lens. The surgery only takes about 20 minutes. I just had it several months ago, and there was a big difference. And I've had the cataract in both eyes ever since I left California, well before that. And my eye doctor, even in California, says most people, when they hit 50 or older, that we all end up with cataracts. But it is a good surgery. I have to have the other eye done now that I thought was the real good eye. And after having my laser surgery, I learned that eye that was supposed to have been so good, it doesn't look that good anymore.
Yeah.
Really
Yes, you
doesn't.
definitely check your doctors out. You definitely, especially with your
Right.
eyes. So good
Right.
call on that one.
And to keep from getting what's it called? Help me out, Tammy. That you can get with the eyes that can cause you to go blind.
Glaucoma.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So you always want to have your eyes checked.
That's a good, yeah.
From your being diagnosed with glaucoma.
Especially if you have
because
diabetes.
Right.
Mhm.
And because you can lose your eyesight with glaucoma.
Correct. Yep. That's why we always encourage you to get your annual routine, and that's why we offer the vision benefit. So, and Lacers does as well as a secondary. So as a second.
Okay, what I want to do, I see Kim's hand up, but I know that we do have a Stephanie, you can let me know because I know we do have another meeting coming up here. I think we do have a question in the chat, Tammy. Someone is asking about, is physical therapy covered?
It sure is. Physical
Okay.
therapy is covered. So
Okay.
We can take Kim's question and then we'll have to conclude.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Right now, I belong to UCLA healthcare. So I just asked a question, just in case I had to be in the hospital for a while. Do the Medicare and PPO will pay for me on the everything, or I have to pay 20%?
No. On the Medicare preferred PPO, it's $0. And so as long as it's medically necessary and Anthem works directly with your doctor, they have a case manager at the hospital, and we have a case manager that we talk to each other and work with each other. And when you are ready for discharge, we make sure there's a safe discharge plan. So you don't pay anything out of pocket with this plan.
Oh, really? Yeah, I really appreciate all the good services. I really appreciate it.
Good. Thank
you so much.
Thank you.
From my heart.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you
Good
so
job,
much.
Lasers.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay. I know it's 1:59, Stephanie, and
Yes, so that'll conclude today's webinar. Thank you so much, Tammy, and thank you so much, Lacers members. We really appreciate your years of service and consider it an honor and privilege to serve you in your retirement. With that, we'll close out today's session as we transition to our next meeting.
thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
so
everyone.
much.
Have a good one, everyone.
Thank
See
you, Tammy.
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you so much.
I'll see
I
you
got
places
three.
at 4 o'clock my time and 2 o'clock your time.
We'll see you then.
Yes.
Okay, everybody stay safe.
Yeah.
Hey,
Thank you so much.
Crystal, can you help move
Have a good
along?
Okay, what you say, Stephanie? I'm sorry.
Can you please move along the helping people leave the meeting
All right, thank you.
so that we can prepare for I'm pretty sure we have people in the rating room. And Catherine, Betty, you can leave as well. It's actually more of a RSD meeting.
Okay, thank you.
All right,
See
got
you
it.
later.
All right, we guys have a good one. We'll
You
speak
too.
later. Thank you.
Crystal, you can go ahead and let people in.
All right, I will. Yeah, because I was I was
You
like,
can
I
stop
don't
the
know.
recording. You can stop the recording.
Okay, oops, let me see.